Hello everyone. Thank you for your time visiting my channel. Now, in this video, I will be reviewing Mapex Superboy from the Return of Superman storyline. Now, this is actually one of the Mapex releases that I'm very excited about because I haven't really had a decent figure of this version of Superboy. And just looking at the packaging now, I'm already excited because I think Mapex did everything right on this figure. Well, we can judge that when we do a deeper review of it. But right out of the box, what I like is that first of all, they gave us a separate head sculpt that is wearing the shades. So instead of giving us a shade that you have to put on the face, there's a completely separate head sculpt for that. So I won't have to worry losing that small shades. And then the very best choice that I think they made is they used up goods for the leather jacket, and that is looking good. Anyway, guys, let's first have a look at the packaging. So at the front of the box, there's well, it says Superman DC because this Superboy is from the Superman title, and as I said, there's this clear window where you can see the figure itself. On the side, there's this iconic pose of Superboy where he's showing the S at the back of his jacket. The other side, you'll see a full picture of the figure. And then at the back, lots of promo pic for this figure. I like this pose actually. So if the figure can do this pose, then I guess articulation wise, this is gonna be good. At the top of the box, it says Superman DC, and there's a continuation of the clear window here. So if you are an inbox collector, that is actually a plus because light will go here and you can display the figure inbox. At the bottom, nothing very much, some legalese. Anyway, guys, that's it for the packaging, and let us unbox now this figure and see if Mayfax did justice to Superboy in action figure form. Okay, so this is everything out of the box. Okay, so of course, the main figure, and then aside from this neutral head sculpt, he comes with this head sculpt where he's wearing the shades, which I really like. And then he has this other head sculpt, which basically shows more of a angry look for those battle poses. And then standard Mapex stand. Then he comes with, well, out of the box, he's with the closed fist hands. So he has an alternate flying hands, I think grabby hands, and then uh, a little wide open hands, and then that thumbs up or pointing hand for, again, for that iconic pose wherein he's showing the S on the back of his leather jacket. And my favorite part of this figure, the leather jacket. Okay, so let us have a closer look at the figure and my favorite accessory, which is the leather jacket. Now for a closer look at the neutral head sculpt that it comes with out of the box. Here it is. I think they got the haircut pretty well spot on. Look at that haircut. Yeah, pretty good neutral head sculpt. Now here's some more hangry, gritted teeth head sculpt. I think it is well made, and yeah, it does. It does actually represent the character of this of Superboy. So this you can use for a more fighting poses. The back, Yeah, pretty good gritted teeth head sculpt. And finally, for what I think is gonna be my favorite head sculpt, and I'm pretty sure this is actually the head sculpt that I'm gonna be using on most of my poses because I'm gonna be posing him with the leather jacket. And what's is much cooler than wearing a leather jacket? Well, wearing a leather jacket and then wearing shades. Okay, yeah, pretty good. I think they oh I almost didn't notice that the Superboy actually has an earring. Yep, for the rest of the review, I'm gonna be leaving this head sculpt on him. Of course, my favorite accessory, the leather jacket. I think this is pretty well made. The way they did, like, there's this silver thingy here showing that it has a zipper on is actually well made. I don't know how they do that. And there's even this like metallic design there. So yeah, this is actually pretty well made and looks really premium and of high quality. It actually has this like serves like the um serves like what's helping you pose it, this thing. But in the case of this, there's I feel like there's a wire on it on this part so that you can pose it pretty well. And oh, there's even this thing for like as if he has a pocket. Is it on both sides? Yep. And here also, yep, good design. Then this actually helps. This is actually acts. Okay, maybe it doesn't have a wire here. What I was actually feeling when I was posting it is actually this belt like thing, which you can actually pose, you know, like uh like that. Anyway, the best part of this jacket, of course, is the S symbol. So here's a complete 360-degree look of the figure before we put on the leather jacket. I just want us to appreciate and look at the sculpt and details that was made on the figure before the leather jacket completely covers it. Because let's face it, I'm gonna be posting this with the leather jacket because that leather jacket really looks cool. So let's have a close up at the front of the figure. The S logo is actually molded on it, so that's good. For the yellow, red, and yellow paint, I don't think there's any problem when it comes to the paintwork. It's done very well and sharply. Okay, so that's a close-up look at the front of the figure. So here's the side. So here's the back of the figure. Nice sculpt there for the muscle and showing the muscle definition of the figure. Yep, so there's the back of the figure. And here's the other side of the figure. In order for us to see the full articulation of the figure, let us check his articulation before we put on the jacket because, let's face it, that leather jacket will limit some of his articulation. Now for the head, it can look, yeah, it can look down that far. It can look up that high, then side to side, and that. So yeah, pretty good range for the head. Now the shoulder can rotate that far. You can do the T pose pretty well. This, I guess, gives him some butterfly articulation. Then bicep cut, double jointed elbow, pretty good range. And then this is a separate, yeah, this is not glued. This is a separate part. So you can rotate it like that. Then, of course, double peg wrist. Oops, that got up. Just give me a minute. I need to find it. So here we are again. Maybe you're asking, are the wrist peg loose? It's actually not. The main reason why that happened is that I think I pushed up the figure when I was trying to rotate this. But yeah, peg is not that loose. Now to test the butterfly articulation, she can do that. He can do that. Then at the front, yeah, he can do that up to that, I guess. Now for the torso, the ab cut can do that. Then he has a waist rotation, so we can lean back that far, but a gap will be showing there. So might as well put it like that so that the gap won't look so bad. Then can you lean forward? You can only lean forward that much. Then side to side is pretty okay. Now for the legs, there's a drop down. Yep. Then you can kick that high, a pretty good range actually. Then drop down, you can kick back that far, so we can do the split. Double jointed knee, looks good. Then for here, it can do that, and then ankle rocker. Then he has toe articulation. And of course, he can do the bend down. So articulation wise, yep, this MAPEX definitely delivers again. Pretty good range of articulation for this figure. To put on the jacket, I'm assuming we're gonna have to remove this and this. Okay, then I'm gonna pose it like this. I'm gonna pose the figure like this and see if we can wear the leather jacket now. So I was able to put the leather jacket like that and then like that. Yep, pretty smooth. We're able to put the leather jacket pretty well. Now let's just rotate it a little down that. Man, he looks cool. I don't know, guys. Here's a complete 360-degree look of the figure with the jacket on, and oh man, this blows every other Mafex figure that they have released so far. I think this is gonna be my figure of the year. I thought I was really amazed when they gave me the Mafex Daredevil, but in a way, maybe I am a little biased there because Daredevil is my favorite Marvel character. Well, that is not an X-Men because overall for me, Marvel will always be X-Men. That's gonna be always the main reason why I like Marvel, the X-Men. But when it comes to non-X-Men character, Daredevil's my favorite. That's why maybe I'm a little biased there, and I thought that that is gonna be my figure of the year. And considering that Superboy is not even in my top five characters that I like, and I'm really enjoying this figure. Man, this figure blows everyone out of the park, mostly because of the jacket. I mean, just look at it. It is well made and it fits him really well. It doesn't look like an oversized jacket on a 6-inch figure. Whoever Mapex contracted in for this soft goods, they should keep their connection with them because again, this leather jacket looks good. I can't say enough just to say that, but yeah, this is definitely going to be my figure of the year. If you're a huge fan of Superman, especially of the reign of return of not reign, return of Superman. I think I'm correct. Reign of Superman storyline because that's where the poor Superman, which includes this Superboy, uh, is their storyline begins. If you're a huge fan of the Reign of Superman storyline, don't sleep on this, guys. This is so far the best Superboy figure that I've ever seen. Mapex knock it out of the park. Now, for some size comparison, here he is with the other Superman from the Reign of Superman storyline, the Eradicator. And yeah, I think he scales pretty well. Now, I don't really have the Cyborg Superman available right now, but I'm thinking he's basically the same size as Eradicator. Here he is with the other good guy from the four characters in the Reign of Superman, Steel. Steel is actually my favorite character to come out from that storyline. I'm not reading any more comics right now, but I hope they use Steel more because I don't know. I just really like him from the main storyline that I enjoyed on the Reign of Superman is actually that of Steel. And yeah, I think when it comes to scale, I think Steel is a bit on the larger size. But yeah, we're talking about Superboy here, and I think for a teenage body or teenage scale, uh, yeah, Superboy scale is well scaled, scaled pretty well. Now, I just realized that Superboy actually completes the whole character in the Reign of Superman one because, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have the black Superman, the Superman with the black costume when he first came out of from well, basically came back from the dead. I need to look for that now. For this Superman, I know it's from a completely different storyline. This is from the Hush Superman, but just in case you are curious how he's killed with the Hush Superman, yeah, I think Superboy again is scaled pretty well. Here he is with Hush Batman. Again, I think scale wise, Superboy was well made. And here he is with Nightwing. Now, I don't know if this is correct. Am I correct to assume that Nightwing, in a way, is still a little older than Superboy? So I kind of assume that Nightwing will be a little taller, but yeah, in this case, they're almost the same size. Nah, I think Nightwing is just a hair taller than him. And I think this is the last Mafex figure, well, at least Mafex DC figure that I have available. Here he is next to Nightfall Batman. Okay, guys, I think I already ran out of words on how to say how good this figure is. If you are a fan of Superman, especially the reign of Superman, don't sleep on this figure because, yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be figure of the year. There's a huge possibility that this is gonna be figure of the year for me. I mean, just the way they designed that leather jacket, man, it's genius. Anyway, guys, if you reached this part of my video, thanks a lot. If you like my video, please don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe. It will really help me a lot grow this channel. And as usual, guys, enjoy life and keep collecting.